Hi guys, Star here. This isn't gonna be like my usual videos. The topic of this particular video is kind of a heavy one, having to do with something sad and tragic, and, well, the unfortunate passing of a man that's touched many lives around the world in some shape or form. I am, of course, talking about the passing of Akira Toriyama. Alright, I thought maybe I was starting this off pretty well, but I'm already starting to get a little choked up thinking about this again. You know, I had to take a few days to really process everything, and I don't know, there's not too many great authors or whatever that I feel would affect me like this, but I guess Akira Toriyama would be one of them. The only other ones that I could think of would be maybe Naoki Takeuchi and most certainly Rumiko Takahashi. But yeah, even though there's not very many that would make me feel like this, that Toriyama's definitely one of them. And I just, you know, a lot of people remember him mostly for Dragon Ball, but he's definitely had a much bigger body of work than that. Obviously there's Dr. Slump before Dragon Ball, and also his contributions to the Dragon Quest series, as well as Chrono Trigger. As far as games go, he didn't do any writing for, at least I don't think he did any writing for Chrono Trigger. I don't really know. I know he didn't for Dragon Quest, he just did character designs. It might be the same with Chrono Trigger. I'm really sorry that I'm showing my ignorance here. I did know him mostly from Dragon Ball, obviously, and I have played some of the Dragon Quest games, most especially Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is a game that I should review at some point, because it's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. But whatever the case, it sucks that this had to happen. His cause of death and his age. He was too young, and I mean, he may have been an older person, but definitely way too young to go. And that coupled with his cause of death, it's not the way that he should have gone. And he was still working on things. I'm kind of aimless with this video. I really did feel like I had a good start, and none of this is scripted. I'm just speaking, and I don't know, man. It's just, you know, it sucks. And it just seems like I'm just thinking so much about these kind of things lately, too. Like, death is kind of like this inevitable thing, and, you know, you can't take life for granted. You gotta always, you know, cherish those around you and enjoy as much of the time that you still have with them while you still can, you know? This video, I guess, at this point is less a tribute and more just maybe venting. Toriyama and his works still do mean a lot to me, and I guess, you know, they mean a lot to a lot of people, and, you know, he was truly a legend. What else can really be said about him? I guess that whatever I say, really, I don't know, am I really adding anything new to this? Anything that hasn't already been said by other YouTubers or any people on the internet? I mean, who am I to speak? I'm not even like the biggest Dragon Ball fan ever. I'm certainly a pretty sizable fan, but I don't know. There's more dedicated fans out there speaking about this, and I just wanted to share my own piece, I guess. His works do still mean a lot to me, even if it is outside of Dragon Ball. I would say just he has this very, or I guess I should say had, this very unique art style. These incredibly iconic character designs that he would come up with. You know, I love these character designs, from Dragon Ball to Dragon Quest to Blue Dragon. You know, he had a lot of really. He was an artist that I aspired to be like. You know, one of them. He was definitely up there, and like I said, he just has such a unique and automatically recognizable art style. You know, and in some way or another, everybody is familiar with his stuff in some manner. I guess, even though he may be gone, he left this legacy, right? And all of these things from his different mangas and all the video games that he's made art for and character designs for. And you know, I'm not good at this. I'm wondering if I should even upload this as it is. I don't know. I'm a very emotional person. That's just something about me. And so, even though I didn't know him personally, obviously, I am taking his death a little bit not well, but, you know, Toriyama still lives on through the stuff that he's contributed to. Obviously, Dragon Ball being the biggest one. And you know, the Dragon Quest series, I highly recommend playing Dragon Quest Builders 2. And if you want to just play one of the more orthodox RPGs from the Dragon Quest series, my biggest recommendations will be Dragon Quest V and Dragon Quest VIII. I haven't played Blue Dragon, but I've heard it's pretty good. Definitely should check out the Blue Dragon anime. That's pretty good too. Definitely should check out the Jocko manga, the Galactic Patrolman Jocko. It's pretty good. I mean, everybody nowadays knows that it ended up being a prequel to Dragon Ball, but even just on its own, it's a really good manga, and I definitely recommend that one as well. And yeah, I really don't have anything else to say about this, I guess. It's just whatever it is I'm saying, I felt like I had to say something, because I think this is maybe affecting me as hard as it is for other reasons, with other stuff going on in my life right now. And I don't want to make this about myself, so I should stop that right there. And besides that, it's not things that I want to talk about anyway. But, Akira Toriyama was definitely a legend. He'll be remembered. And it really sucks that he had to go the way that he did. That he had to go so soon. That he still had so many things that he was still working on. So many things that are now left unfinished. That we'll never know how he was planning on finishing them. But I'm sure that he didn't have any regrets, at least. Because look at his body of work. Look at how much he actually has made. Look at how many people he's touched, right? There's several generations all across the world, everywhere, encircling the entire planet. No matter your background, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, how old you are, what race or from what country you are, what language you speak. All around the world, there are people that loved the stuff that this man did and that have been affected by his works in some way or another, right? And so he leaves behind a great legacy. And I'm sorry. I don't really have anything else to say, but obviously I had to say something. And I might be more of a mess than and probably not doing a good job of trying to pay tribute to him, but I wanted to add my voice to the thousands, maybe millions of people that have been mourning his loss. And so that's that. I wish I could have had something a little bit more coherent, but this is just me speaking from my heart and just totally unscripted, just saying what's on my mind. Well, I'll miss you, Toriyama-sensei. I hope that wherever you are, it's a pleasant place and that you can continue to create, even if those of us in the mortal realm won't see whatever you create from this point forward. I do hope that you do continue to live peacefully. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry, I botched everything here. I guess I'm just gonna leave it at that. Rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. You've touched many, and no one will ever forget you. You've definitely left your mark on the world and in history.